Good morning class. We are going to start with a new chapter of civics. Chapter number first, local self-government in the villages. The governments that we are having in the villages like Gram Panchayat, Gram Sabha. Okay, so India is a vast country with the population of more than 1 billion. 1 billion you can say like we are having 10's power 9. 10's power 9 means 9 zeros are there. Okay, so 10 billion of population we are having in India. It is divided into 29 states. In India we are having 29 states and 7 union territories. However, a large section of the population lives in villages. From this population, okay, the population we are having in India, from this population a large section, many of the people, they live in villages and small towns located far away from the seat of government. Seat of government you can say like building, the buildings of the governments like parliament house is there or some or these type of buildings, these are located far away from the seat of building. In state capitals and district headquarters, they can be living in state capitals also or district headquarters also. There is therefore a need for local government that is closer to the people living in these areas. As they are far from the government, so they also need a government which is near to them. Okay, they can solve their issues, so they also need the government. So in villages and district there is a system of local government for effectively looking after the needs of the local people. So in local areas, or you can say local system or villages or districts, we are having a system of local government. There are local governments that is looking after the needs of the people, or which the government which is solving their issues. These governments are formed by the local representatives. Representative, a person chosen or appointed to act or speak for others. Okay, a person means who is chosen to speak on the behalf of others. Okay, so these governments are formed by the local representatives elected by the people. So this representative is elected by the people. Such governments are called local self governments. It looks into the local problems, the means local problems which the area is suffering from, provides basic amenities. Basic amenities means things considered to be essential to make life easier, the things which are essential for us. Through means with the help of that things our life is easy. Okay, so these basic, they gives us basic amenities, they provide us basic amenities to the people, and attempts to improve means they try to improve, to get better the state of affairs, means the situation, to get better the situation in the local area. Then local self government plays a very important role in the democratic setup of our country. Local self government, they play important role also in setting up democratic type of government. It has certain advantages. Local people have first hand knowledge of the specific needs of the village or locality. The people, those who are staying in the area, in the local area, or you can say villages and districts, they are having first hand knowledge. First hand knowledge, you can say direct experience. Okay, they have experienced that thing directly of the specific needs of, means that particular need, what they want of the village or locality, means what is going on in the village or that locality, means that place, what is the thing needed in that place, what are the some basic facilities that are needed by the people. So people, they are well aware of these things, or they have directly experienced that things. They are therefore in a better position to take care of these needs and solve the local problems easily. So that's why the government there, what they are in a better position to take care of the needs of the people and solve their problems easily. Local self government relieves the state and union government of the responsibility of solving local problems. See, now here local self governments are appointed, so they replace the state and union governments. They work through state and union governments, or in the place of state and union governments. They take the responsibility of solving local problems. It thus enables them to concentrate on national issues and more effectively. It thus enables means it makes them focus on national matters, means the matters which are going on in the areas, okay, more effectively means more successfully. So they try their best to solve the matters or solve the issues. Then local self government is less expensive than the administration of a locality by state officials. Local self government, it is less expensive, means they are not too much expensive than the administration. Administration means the management of a locality by state officials. The state government, you can say it is expensive, but these governments are not expensive. Local representatives get training in the working and running of the government. These local representatives, the members of this local government, they get their training in the working time or in the running government, means at present which government is there, when that government is going on, so at that time they got the training. This experience helps them to run state or central government at a later stage. So this experience, it helps them to run a government afterwards, or you can say later, the central or the state government. Local people become self-reliant and responsible. So local people, they become self-reliant, means self-supporting and careful, and responsible means now they are getting everything, their matters are solved, every needs are fulfilled. So now they are becoming self-supporting, self-supportive and careful. Then Panchayati Raj, the three-tier system of local self-government in India is known as Panchayati Raj. Three-tier system in India, it is known as Panchayati Raj. The idea of a village panchayat was first conceived by Mahatma Gandhi. The idea means that we should have village panchayat. It was first taken by Mahatma Gandhi even before our independence. Even our India was free, even our India was independent. Before that, Mahatma Gandhi ji has taken this decision. He had a vision of an India where each village was responsible for managing its own affair. He was having this view that India, it should be responsible for managing, means controlling its own affairs, their own matters, their own events. We should be this much responsible so we can solve our own matters. Then after independence, the Balwant Rai Mehta committee was formed under Balwant Rai Mehta. The name of the person was Balwant Rai Mehta. A committee was formed under him, so the name was on his name, Balwant Rai Mehta committee. The committee advised the establishment, means to start the scheme of democratic decentralization, which finally came to be known as Panchayati Raj. Firstly, they were having name democratic decentralization, and it is also known as Panchayati Raj. The Panchayati Raj system has three-tier system, that is Gram Panchayat at the village level, Panchayat Smiti at the block, and the Jila Parishad at the district level. By the 73rd Amendment Act 1992, which came into force on 24 April 1993, the Panchayati Raj institutions received a constitutional status. When 73rd Amendment Act in 1992, which came into force, means which came into existence on 24th April 1993, the Panchayati Raj institutions, they received a constitutional status, means in constitution also it is mentioned about this Panchayati Raj, and they have, means they are local self government, and what functions or what positions they are having. The Panchayat at the village comprises three bodies, means it consists of three bodies: Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat and Nyay Panchayat. Panchayati Raj at the village level as Gram Sabha. Every village with the population of 1500 or more has a village assembly. The means population in a village, it should be 1500 or more than 1500, they are having village assembly or Gram Sabha. All members of the village, male or female, who have reached the age of 18 are its members. Anybody can become its member, whether she is a male or female. Functions of the Gram Sabha: it elects the representatives to the gram panchayat. They elect the members of the gram panchayat. It discusses the problem and difficulties faced by the village, means any problem that is faced by the village, so they discuss that problem. It approves the annual budget. It approves means they give approval to the annual budget, the whole yearly budget. It has the power to remove a member from the panchayat. They are having a power, so they can remove a member from the panchayat. So beta, we have completed till here. Okay, today that's all for today. Now revise this much, so you will be able to understand. Next we will meet in next video.